but items A through I are voting items. If you've got any comments or need to make any announcements, please wait till we get through the business portion of the meeting. Before we do so, there'll be a section at the end if you have any questions or if you've got a comment to make. And we ask that you would respect that, please. All right. You're welcome to stand if you'd like to. We're going to start out with a word of prayer. I will say that we have a retired employee in the county that his wife is in hospice right now, and it's in very bad shape, and we want to be mindful of that in our prayers today. So you're welcome to join us if you'd like. Father in heaven, thank you, Lord, for blessing us to see another day. Thank you, Lord, for the community, the county that we live in. Thank you for our first responders, our families, our schools, each one that you have placed in the borders of this community. We thank you for them. Thank you for our neighbors outside of these borders that work with us and help us and been good to us. We just thank you and ask you to bless them. This family that is sitting in the valley of the shadow of death today, I pray that you would just touch them there, comfort them there. Every one of us in this room know what it's like to lose someone that's close to us, and we do ask God that you would comfort them. Many of us, if not all of us, have walked through that same valley, even in time, even in most recent days. And I ask you, God, to give peace. And God, give us knowledge and wisdom to make good and right decisions today. We pray that you help us the best to represent our people as you give us wisdom to do. Thank you for the country that we live in and the freedom that we have. We honor you and ask in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Now, remain standing for a pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. This time we're going to have to call the meeting to order, January 8th, Jackson County Fiscal Court. We'll have Mr. Duck Moore read the minutes of our previous meeting.
Okay, Shane Gabbard called the meeting to order. Minutes from November 13th were read and approved by a motion from Bond and Baker. Shane Gabbard recognized Mr. Brody Cake and 911 Committee Chairman Zach Bryant. Bryant reported that the committee had met to approve the recommendations of Brody Cake to fill the position of 911 Director. Motion by Todd, second by Baker. Shane Gabbard spoke about the EMS vehicle agreement. Tabled by a motion from Vaughn and second by Baker, wanting a written agreement before deciding the decision is made. Shane Gabbard presented the clerk's 26 budget, bond, and annual order. Motion by Vaughn, second by Baker to accept. Shane Gabbard presented the sheriff's budget, bond, and advancement. Motion by Vaughn to approve, second by Todd. Shane Gabbard requested approval to remove R. Jones Road from the county maintenance. Motion by Vaughn, second by Baker. Shane Gabbard requested approval to purchase a case backhoe from KYTC surplus for $36,000. Motion by Baker to approve, second by Todd. Shane Gabbard requested approval to purchase a Family Dollar building in McKee for $250,000 with the intent to remodel for EMS. Motion by Vaughn, second by Baker. Shane Gabbard requested approval to appoint Oscar McQueen to the 911 Committee, replace Brody Cake's vacancy. Motion by Baker, second by Todd. Shane Gabbard discussed building a lime shed at the Anvil Garage with a cost of $10,600. Motion by Baker, second by Vaughn to approve. Shane Gabbard presented the Jackson County Fairgrounds project invoice, change orders. Motion by Vaughn, second by Baker to accept. Shane Gabbard presented the treasurer's bills and transfers. Motion by Todd, second by Baker to approve. Set the next meeting, January 8th, 2026, 1 o'clock. Motion to adjourn by Vaughn, second by Baker. And that's it.
All right, here. Is your motion to accept the minutes is read?
Probably checked out on that one with the line shed, that you never went with the line shed, the one before,
Okay, so the cost of the 4 bays in the line sheet.
yeah.
We got a motion on the amendment, all right then. Good. The motion on the amendment.
Second.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. We'll sign that. All right. Brody Keck is our 911 director. He's giving us he's got a resolution. Brody, you got the floor. He's got a resolution for 911 today with, he's got us a copy of it.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to get the National Crime Information Center program for our dispatch center. All it is a computer program that supports our law enforcement. It's a federal system. Our guys have to be trained on it. In order to get it, I have to apply through the federal government to get an originating agency identified. And then this is overseen by the Commonwealth of Kentucky. I know the gentleman at the state who oversees it. He's already inspected our building. This doesn't allocate any money. All this is the governing body of Jackson County 911 recognizing that Jackson County 911 aids in criminal justice. And the wording's plain, it's about a page and a half, but I have to have this verifying our agency as part of that criminal justice process in order for us to obtain that originating number. So that's all it is. If there's any questions, I'd be happy to address it.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Brody, but us having our own NCIC, when an officer makes a traffic stop, engages a driver, and right now we have to call.
Right now, we're considered a satellite agency.
Yeah.
So in order for us to run a license plate or to run an individual's license number, our dispatchers have to call the Kentucky State Police Post 7 in Richmond. That could take 3 to 5 minutes. I've had it take as long as 7 and 8. So for safety wise, whenever an officer is still mobile before he exits his vehicle, he could radio a license plate. We could immediately see that this flag's for danger. It would be a really good safety feature for us.
One thing I'd like to add to that, Brody, also is that it comes to our computers in our cars.
Exactly. We have the infrastructure already in place for that.
And we can run the license plates directly from our vehicles while in motion.
Yes.
That cuts out a lot of in between, and we got the information on the spot.
Frees up dispatch too, as far as if we're running it in our cars, they're not having to do our job while they're dealing with some EMS.
It saves vital minutes.
So what the resolution states is recognizing Jackson County 911 dispatch is a critical component of the administration of criminal justice. Whereas Jackson County Fiscal Court recognizes the vital role that Jackson County 911 dispatch center plays in protecting the health, safety, and welfare of the citizens of Jackson County, and whereas the Jackson County 911 dispatch serves as a centralized emergency communications hub, receiving and processing emergency calls, coordinating responses, and dispatching appropriate law enforcement, fire, emergency medical services, and other safety agencies throughout the county. And whereas these essential functions directly support the detection, apprehension, detention, prosecution, and overall response to emergencies and criminal activity within Jackson County. Whereas Title 28 of the Code of Federal Regulations, Part 20, Subject A, line 20.3 defines key terms related to criminal justice information systems. Specifically, paragraph B, it defines administration of criminal justice as a performance of any of the following activities: detection, apprehension, detention, pre-trial release, post-trial release, prosecution, adjudication, correctional supervision or rehabilitation of accused persons or criminal offenders. Administration of criminal justice shall include criminal identification activities and the collection, storage, and dissemination of criminal history record information. This paragraph G defines criminal justice agency as courts, as a governmental agency of any subunit therefore or thereof that performs the administration of criminal justice pursuant to a statute of executive order that allocates a substantial part of its annual budget to the administration of criminal justice. So whereas the activities performed by the Jackson County 911 Dispatch Center include but not limited to the receipt of emergency reports, prioritization of calls, provisions of critical pre-arrival instructions, real-time coordination of first responders and facilitation of information exchange necessary for, effective incident response, constitute an integral and indispensable part of the administration of criminal justice. So this is, it also, whereas the Jackson County 911 Dispatch Center operating under the authority and oversight of the Jackson County Fiscal Court and applicable Kentucky statutes, qualifies as a component essential to criminal justice operations and aligns with the functions of agencies engaged in the administration of criminal justice. Whereas formal recognition of these functions underscore the critical importance of 911 Dispatch Center's personnel who serve as the first point of contact in emergencies, often making life-saving decisions under high-stress conditions. It's important to note that there is no financial obligation of the fiscal court to enact this resolution. What they're asking for is this resolution being made by the fiscal court saying that this is an agency that can operate that NCIC. Go ahead, Bill.
I'd just like to add too that as far as the language goes, I did consult with the county attorney's office to read over this as well. So
Yeah.
I didn't want you to think I just sprung it out.
Yeah. Yeah, so Ross has reviewed it, everything looks and checked. You got any questions on it, guy? I'll entertain a motion that we approve.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. I'll get this signed to you. Thank you. All right, item A, judge's report and proclamation. Today, I want to address the rumors that have been shared with me. First of all, I do not have any intentions of resigning from office. It is my intention to complete the term I was elected to serve. I do not have any intentions of coming back to work in any part of county government. I will be happy to offer any advice or information for the next judge executive, whomever he or she may be, and anything I can do to make the transition easier in January of 2026, that's what I want to do. Any way I can be helpful, I'll be glad to do so. Second, the state is not taking over any operations of the fiscal court. I've been on the phone with the Kentucky Department for Local Government several times lately discussing the EMS facility that we received money to make into a station to construct, as well as other projects we have going on. If a local government is in turmoil enough to be shut down, you would be given a line item project in the state budget for $4 million to construct a new fairground, park, etc. And they would be conducting this meeting today, not us. Next, county personnel. We're not making any extended appointments within the fiscal court. I want to outline what basically the law says about that according to the duties and responsibilities of elected officials. The tenure of county employees is at the will of the county judge executive and fiscal court. Their terms of employment end with the term of the outgoing county judge executive ends, and the new county judge executive has the right to hire administration employees, and this is an important part of it, subject to fiscal court's approval. This interpretation of the Kentucky statutes has been recognized with the state attorney general and a federal circuit court in Federal Circuit number 8. The U.S. Supreme Court has established, however, that ordinary county employees may not be terminated on the basis of their political activities because such action would violate their constitutional rights to political expression under the First Amendment. The new fiscal court that takes over in 2026 will have the opportunity to retain current employees or replace them. The judge executive cannot hire or appoint employees without approval of the fiscal court. Included in personnel is the county treasurer. County treasurer handles routine financial transactions of receipts and disbursements and financial record keeping for the fiscal court. Fiscal court appoints a county treasurer during its June term every 4 years, and that's according to the KRS 68.010. The fiscal court will appoint a county treasurer in June of 2026 according to the statute that I listed. This is not the judge executive's appointment, but he or she does have the right to vote on the appointment. This is a law put in place so a change to the accounting won't happen in the middle of the fiscal year. So if anyone has any concerns with their daily operations or the current state of the county government, they're welcome to contact me at 287-8562. I plan to work with the fiscal court to make sure we keep any projects up to date so the transition in January of 2026 will be successful. So that's my report for today. I'm excited for whoever the next judge executive is that comes in. I love this place that we live, and I want to see it continue to prosper and do good. And we'll do everything in our power as a fiscal court to make it as easy as we can on those that will be taken over in January. So we'll move into the district's report. Got District 1, Danny.
Things going very good, but stuff does everything to do.
Okay. I forgot my proclamation. Hold tight just a second. I just happened to look and see it. I'm sorry. So, we're making a proclamation today. Our county has saw a great tragedy. Anytime that children lose their lives, it's just it's a sad thing. I think we all can agree on that. And especially as tragic as a house fire, as tragic as right at the time of the year it was, right at Christmas time. I mean, it's sad all the way around. There are many, if not all of you in this room, well, everybody in this room, I believe, values a human life. And these little kids, some of you that are first responders have saw more in the last few weeks than what most of us will see in our lives. I've always been highly respectful of first responders. We don't have any paid firemen in Jackson County. Everybody's volunteers. And I tell you, they saw things that I don't care how much training that you have or the amount of time that you spend, you just don't get used to what they had to endure. That family, the community has really rallied around that family and the situation they're in, and we want to rally around our first responders here in the fiscal court as well, because public safety has always been one of the greatest concerns, and a whole lot of the ones that work in public safety do it purely out of the goodness of their heart. So we're making a proclamation today. I'm going to proclaim all of February First Responder Month. I'm going to ask that any business that would like to participate, if it's a restaurant, if it's a service station, whatever, if they would like to participate to offer some kind of discount to share the love for the first responder. February, of course, is Valentine's Day, and there'll be a lot of flowers and candies and things sent out to significant others. But what better time to show some love than February? Now, January 16th, which is next Friday, there's a community dinner being held that several organizations have donated money, time, products, and several individuals have as well. It's a First Responders Appreciation Dinner. That'll be down at the Extension Service Building. That's Friday at 6 o'clock. We'll be serving them and their families. A lot of the younger generation is took up to volunteer to be servants that night, to be waiters and things like that. But we thought we need to do a little extra recognition today. So first responders, including law enforcement, officers, firefighters, EMS, dispatchers, and other emergency professionals, serve our counties with unwavering courage, skill, and dedication. Whereas these men and women routinely face hazardous, unpredictable, and high-stress situations in order to protect life, preserve property, and ensure public safety. And whereas first responders provide rapid aid in emergencies, natural disasters, medical crises, and times of natural or community tragedy, demonstrate exceptional professionalism, bravery, and resilience. And whereas the sacrifices made by first responders extend to their families, who support them through long shifts, missed holidays, and uncertainty each time they answer the call to serve. And whereas their continued readiness, training, and commitment contribute to safer communities and to the well-being of residents across our state and nation. Whereas it is fitting to recognize the essential role these individuals play and express our deep gratitude for their service and the positive impact they make every day. So, I, Shane Gabbard, Jackson County Judge Executive, proclaim the month of February as First Responders Appreciation Month in Jackson County and urge all residents to honor and support our first responders for their extraordinary contributions in safety and resilience of our community. I think we need to give all the first responders Thank you. Dale, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's all right.
District 2.
I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Well, they start the session in Frankfurt, so we've got some roles together with quotes that I think Robbie's got that I'd like to send and get some estimates. Maybe we can get funded, maybe we can't, so I'm gonna ask, I'm gonna try, if that's all right with you fellas.
Yeah, we turned some in, back, I guess it's October.
They started this week, so we need to forward that on to them, see what can happen.
We will do.
And I got a request at bridge down there at Pike Nursing Home in Ambulance,
On Highway,
3444.
yeah,
Needs to be widened.
so we need to request,
Yeah.
maybe pass that on to
Yeah.
the state engineer
Yeah.
and represent.
Yeah. See if we can get something done. They put guardrails on it, which helps a lot. There's a couple cars turned over in the creek there a couple years ago. They put rails on it, but it's pretty tight,
Yeah,
and there's a lot of traffic through there. And one more thing on the judge's report I was looking at here, you said the fiscal court appoints a new treasurer, the new fiscal court, that should be June of 2027.
I'm sorry, yeah, that is right.
He'll still
Yeah.
be here at 26.
Yeah, that's right, it's June of 27, you're right, thank you for pointing that out. I'll fix that before I send it over to electronic copies to the paper. You're right. Okay, yeah, it's June of 27. That appointment runs for 4 years, so, that way, the new fiscal court, when they get ready to start in their new budget, we'll pick who their treasurer and finance officer is. All right, thank you. I'm glad you caught that, because I ain't even got used to writing 26 yet, I'm still writing 25. So it's hard, yeah, it's hard to write 27, so thank you. All right, Garber.
We're trying to keep them fast forward, doing what we need to do to them.
Yeah.
Everything is going pretty good. Bridge is,
I'll make contact with them and see when they're gonna be here. They should be here anytime it started. That on Beanpole Road. Yeah. I'll keep you abreast of it. All right. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate you. Sheriff's report.
Everything's running pretty smooth. Got business as usual. We'll be having a guy graduating the Department of Criminal Justice training next Thursday. So that'll help us out a lot. Give you guys a little bit of slack to take a breath. It's been running pretty heavy. We've also got some vacancies for SROs and court security officers. We'll be accepting applications and trying to fill those positions. I think we've got 3, maybe 2 full-time, 1 part-time court security and 2 school resource officer positions we can fill.
Yeah.
Taxes, that's been the big thing lately.
Yeah.
We've actually around 85%, and compared to most years, that's, we're ahead of the curve a little bit. We usually ain't at 85% by this time of year, so everybody's paying them early. That's a good thing. They're getting paid anyway.
Yeah.
Other than that's about all I've got.
All right. Thank you, Sheriff. Jail report, Brian.
I had a few issues, as you're aware of, at the jail, electrical problems. It's messed up some of our appliances. My house, I bought a brand new water heater for $600. It cost $4,500 to repair the water heater at the jail. Messed up a dishwasher, or cooler, and some other things. I know Shane's made some phone calls on that, trying to get some assistance and help with that. But other than that, you know, everything's going pretty good. I was thinking, as you was talking, you know, our mission, after 7 years, is still the same. I'm just gonna throw this out there. We still make a big effort to try to keep some of these, at least some of them, from coming back into the jail. And that effort ain't as hard as you may think. Be a pat on the back, a smile, or just treating them, as they say, like a human being. We see that everybody that works for us does that. If they can't comply with that, they'll have to find somewhere else to work. If you compare success rates in that, have we changed everybody's life? We let them on? No, probably not. But I know several that have not came back in that jail and changed their life. And if that happens, that keeps somebody off the road that's coming towards your family with a sober mind now. So that is something we still make. The financial side, we work hard too, but this is still my number one priority. Show these people somebody does care. And not everybody's giving up on them. And whether it impacts them all or not, I still give them all the same chance. I told them the other day, I said, no matter what you do to me, lie to me, cheat me, whatever you do, I said, ain't gonna stop me from loving you. And that's still our goal. After all these years, and I intend on it, as long as I'm there, to be that way. And we do work hard for that. The financial side, we work really hard on that also. Obtaining state inmates after COVID was not an easy thing. We had 86 state inmates, which all of those pay to be there at that jail. Well, they don't pay, but the state pays. I guess you and I pay. But once COVID hit, it was a big hit to us. We got down to the 40s. But when I left Wago, I checked it, and we're back up to 76 state inmates. I can't remember the exact, I think it's $34, $35 a day it pays. I can't remember off the top of my head. But not only that, that's your workers that you see out every day, picking up trash, cutting wood, they dig a grave, mow yards, whatever all that they do. Sometimes they do so much I don't even know what all they do. It helps us field. I think we got 5 working crews, 4 male, 1 female. But on those 2 state crews, also, I wrote this down, those 2 guards that take them out, we get reimbursed for those 2 guards from the state also. So that's a good thing. We had 76 when I left there today. And that brings in some money into this jail. We're not just setting ducks. We're not just up there taking all of it. We do bring some money in. This month, or last month, the housing that we brought in from the state was $90,753 that came in. Our phone system that they use the phone, we make a little bit of money on that. It's $1,500. Our medical, $350. The classes that we put in, when we first started these, we did it for just the inmates. We paid directly out of commissary money. But after a year or 2 of that, they started paying. Everybody that graduates that class, state pays us money. Last month we received $6,000 for that. We've got a wonderful medical crew up there, Southern Health Partners, and they work hard on reimbursements that we get back for some of our medical bills. Last month we got back $2,525. And every dollar counts. So the total of that equals this last month together $105,000. So I mean, I tell them all the time, we're the kid that eats a lot at the table. We are. I ain't gonna deny that. But we don't just eat. We do a little bit of housework too. You know, we make a great effort for that, and we always will as long as we're there. And those, I tell them all the time, those at work, they're the only people on the face of the earth that hate to see the weekend come. You know, when the weekend comes, they don't get to work, and they beg to go out. As a matter of fact, Christmas Eve, they wanted to go out and work. I'm like, I'm not gonna work you on Christmas. But it's something they enjoy. They like giving back. And I think that in their life, they've been through so much, and most of them feel like they burned all the bridges, and I guess I'm giving a speech now. But anyway, it feels like they're giving back, you know, to their community, and they enjoy working, and they enjoy doing good to this county. So, and I appreciate all the nice comments they get out there from our community. And the way they're treated in this county is absolutely amazing. The food bank, man, if they can see them, they'll flag them down and give them something. I mean, that's, there's people, vendors that will feed them for free sometimes if they catch them out. And I do appreciate, on their behalf, I want to say thank you for that also. I think I'm done now, Shane.
Thank you.
Or I can go on.
We do appreciate everything, especially the work release, you know, I know, and the way that everybody works the programs, they work up there to get these guys just out of resistance into life. That's a big deal. You all do a good job at it. We appreciate it. All right, speaking of jail, we had advertised to sell some surplus items. Brian and his staff had some surplus items up there that they bought commissary, things like that. So we've got several beds just sitting right over there, Kathleen. Brian, I'll get him to help me open these. And let's see, this one actually came in through FedEx.
It's certified, you better.
That is certified there. Would you care to sort them out just a little bit? They should.
By vehicle.
By vehicle, yeah. And I'll try to hurry up for the sake of time here. Here you go. Let's see.
Some of them don't say.
Some of them don't say
What the vehicle is.
this is on the Impala. I know this is what he wanted to be. Yeah.
I got some.
Yeah.
Like I some like probably this one. Maybe.
White blade. Let's start with the Impala. We're gonna start with the Impala, which, I remember we went to the state police auction and bought that. It's been so we've got a bid here from Donnie Allen. $701 for the 2006 Chevy Impala. That's Donnie Allen's bid. I'm gonna keep these in the envelope. Caleb, you care to come help me just a second? Well, if you'll help me not to get these mixed up with the envelopes, the bids that I've opened, we'll keep it right there. All right. We got a $701 bid, 2006 Chevy Impala. We've got emergency remarketing 2007 Chevy Impala 558.18. So that goes with that. Let's see. I'm thinking that, I think these bids are null because I think he put the bid in on the same bid. Yeah, that's, I think we thought his bid got misplaced. That was Donnie Allen, for anybody's wondering. We done opened his bid. He came in this morning and put a final bid in, which is that. These are all sealed, as you can see, ain't been opened. I ain't had no idea what they's even bidding on. All right, he's bid on the 4x4 Super Crew truck, Donnie Allen, sorry about that. $655. So, I think, I'm opening the ones that don't have specified on the front of the envelopes exactly what they are. Because I don't know if they go with that Impala or not. This is Daniel Isaac. Impala, $710. I'm not a very good auctioneer. This is Daniel Isaac. Blue Silverado, $305. Benny Myers, 2003 Chevy 5-speed. $1,055. Michael Saylor, the blue Chevy truck. Two-wheel drive, $201. Joseph Bryant, blue Chevy 4x4. $478. Mitchell Baker, 2003 gold Chevy automatic. $2003 gold Chevy automatic, $401. Mitchell Baker. Zachary Bryant, unspecified on the envelope. Chevy 5-speed 4x4, $650. And we've got one more bid here, Zachary Bryant, gold Chevy 4x4 automatic. $527. All right. Now, on the Impala, looks like the high bid is Daniel Isaac, $710. On the blue Chevy 4x4, the high bid, it's two-wheel drive, okay. The high bid is $478. And that's Joe Bryant. Benny Myers has the high bid on the Chevy 5-speed 2003 of $1,055. Oh, wait a minute, I didn't see these. All right, these are on the Blazer. So these two we know is on the Blazer because it's written on the envelopes. So let's, Mitchell Baker. So Zach Bryant got this, right? 2003 Joe Chevy auto. So Zach Bryant, $527 on that. We got two bids on the white Blazer. That'll be the end of the bids that we received. Mike Desarn, $407. Zach Bryant on the Chevy Blazer, $426. How many vehicles did you buy?
Just two, I built them.
Okay, all right. So the Impala, $710. Joe Bryant on the blue Chevy truck is $478. 2003 5-speed Benny Myers, $1,055. Gold Chevy Auto 4x4, $527, Zach Bryant. And then your Chevy Blazer, 4x4, $426, Zach Bryant. Those are the high bids for the 5 vehicles. Y'all got any questions? Oh, I've got somebody's phone. Is this your phone, brother?
Yeah.
Is this
you got it off straight.
All right.
Is that public auction or is that just for people that work for the county?
No, that's public.
It's been running in the newspaper for 2 weeks.
It's in the paper.
Yeah, it's fine, man.
Maybe you should buy papers.
I ain't touching it.
All right. I hear a motion, we accept the bids for the surplus item. All right. Did somebody say?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Who was the second?
Thanks. EMS vehicle agreement. Miranda, do you have a copy of that?
I do not. I talked to Ross's office and they're needing the license plate number so they can see who owns what vehicles, because EMS does own a few of them and then the fiscal court owns a few of them. So we're getting it together. Probably have it together by the next fiscal court meeting if that's okay.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So we'll entertain a motion to table that to the next meeting.
Second.
All right, item G, request appraisal for the kitchen building in Amble. That regional kitchen was built on the grant. To make a long story short, when the grant cycle ended, the extension service created a board which was called the 3AJC. And they operated that kitchen for a while, but finances dried up within the state on these regional food centers. There just wasn't a whole lot of interest in it marketing wise, so that board dissolved and that property was given to the county, the fiscal court. I met with Commissioner of Agriculture staff. We went through 3 or 4 different scenarios on how to try to open that up to make it accessible for our people, usable, and keep enough money flowing in it to keep it open. We just never could really get it off the ground and running. That program was developed to really to be a good thing within the state, but it's fell flat everywhere. According to the Commissioner of Agriculture, last time I talked to him, those facilities are struggling throughout the state, no matter the population that they have to attend to them. So we've got 2 or 3 different people or companies that have asked about this particular building, about purchasing it and turning it into a facility to basically a canning facility. But the first thing we got to do before we can talk about any of that is we need to know what we're working with, and we need an updated appraisal of the building, of the property, and the equipment. So what I'm asking the fiscal court today is for approval to get a up-to-date proposal for this kitchen building in Amble, to know exactly what we've got, and entertain the way of how to address this further. You all got any questions on that?
Probably need to check that date.
We are, yeah.
Yeah, and see exactly how that's, rolled up.
There's a portion of it that went through the very first portion of that property went through East Kentucky Power. And we had an easement. East Kentucky Power was the original owner of all the property, and they deeded a portion of it to the extension service. And we actually have been in contact. Tal Jones was here yesterday from the focus group, and he done some deep researching on it, and also he's got contacts with the people that we need to be in contact with in East Kentucky Power to try to make sure that the deed is exactly what it's supposed to be.
Right.
We believe there's a deed, but it wasn't filed yet. That was given to us. Now, I think I sent it to for signatures with East Kentucky Power, but because we had to redo the front end of that because they didn't really want that little piece of property. So me and Ross has been working on that, and me and Tal Jones has been working on it as well. Make sure we get a correct deed for the property. We don't want any hiccups in it if we decide later on to sell that building and that property. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay.
So I remember something like whenever USDA did get to the county, there's something weird about that.
Yeah, it was
It may not be,
yeah.
I just need to have Ross to check it.
But what I'm after mainly is just to get an appraisal. It's not tying us to anything, we just, it'll tell us what it's worth that we have.
Okay. Motion. Second.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. All right, I've got you a list there of the fairgrounds projects, bills and change orders. The only change order this month, and I went up, actually, we had a meeting at 911 at 10 o'clock. I left a little early, went up there and actually took some pictures and talked to Christian Roden, which is one of the on-site managers there for Praxis. And he showed me while I was up there the purpose of this change order, and it's basically a French drain. It's a 2-inch French drain that goes below that steep cut because they left there one Friday and come back on Monday and had a pond of water. So we all know what water will do to something, excuse me, like that if it's not attended to. So these are change orders that we expected. That's in the tune of $32,556.71 for that change order. Nesbitt, which is the engineer that we are working with on this project, their bill for this month is $4,500. And then the payment for the services that's been rendered so far, or this month, up to this month, from 12/6/25 to 1/8/2026, that goes to Praxis is $119,437.15. So the original contract was for $825,775. So far, we have made $700,577.36, including the previous change orders. So we're still well under budget for what they had bid on doing, and I think it's going quite well. Any questions on the change orders? It's on that. Well, did I not give it to you?
Sorry.
No, I thought I gave you one of them.
Thought you said two there.
It says right there somewhere, up on the top.
You got one?
You find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Two friends.
I think I gave you a copy too. Okay.
Motion.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Treasurer's bills and transfers, we're officially 50% into the budget. Ben Shay sent the quarterly report that we went through last meeting up to Department of Local Government, so they've got our quarterly report. We're not hardly 50% into what we had budgeted for, if you look at it in a circle of things. So, you know, our general claims this month, 32,000. Our road claims, 50,000. Jail claims of 45,000. Nothing out of the ordinary, these are normal things. The dispatch, 10,000, and transfer station, 12,000. So, no questions, I'll entertain a motion that I have presented to you, the bills that you've seen. Yeah. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Do you still have that change order?
I'm gonna probably roll on.
No, you didn't. You didn't. That right there on that. All right, thank you. All right. Any comments or now?
I got one.
Yes, sir.
If you're a candidate, next Thursday at 2 o'clock, right here, we'll be drawing for ballot positions and having a show when they vote election day in the May primary. So if you're a candidate, you might want to write that down, 2 o'clock next Thursday. I think that's 15. I got a good thinker.
And if for some reason somebody can't be here, we'll have somebody that can draw for you.
The security has agreed to draw for you if you don't want to be here, that's fine. But it'll be done fair and honest, as long as it doesn't stop control.
Hey Doug, can you say the date and time again, please? Some people didn't hear you.
January the 15th. January the 15th at 2 o'clock.
January
Right
15th at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday, is what it amounts to. Week of days.
All right.
I got excited.
Anything else?
I have a question.
Who motioned the bill?
The rumor that you were talking about that had gotten started, there's usually smoke where there's fire, so how did that get started?
I got no idea. I don't, I just shared with you what, I had people approach me and ask me, so I have no idea what started. Go ahead.
Can I request there be microphones? It's difficult to hear some of you.
Yeah, that's, there used to be working microphones up here, but when the courthouse flooded back in January of 15, we lost it all.
So it's taken 10 years?
Yeah, well, we hadn't really, actually, believe it or not, we hadn't had anybody ask us. Hey.
You need to use your preacher voice.
Yeah.
I know him, Brian does, I've heard both of them.
Go ahead.
10.1, the NCIC, that's not a new thing. Is this the very first time Jackson County has decided to get enrolled where they can use the NCIC?
This is our first go around. This is the first time we've actually had the equipment in the sheriff's vehicles to use it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so now we can implement it.
That
and
makes
they'll-
sense
yeah.
because that's been utilized, what, since the 80s or
We,
90s?
we've always utilized it, and we've always been a satellite agency, which just means, so to have NCIC, you've got to have certain, for like your building, it's got to have like, you got to go behind like 2 or 3 different locked doors. Your building has to be like grounded. None of your system can be pretty much destroyed by lightning. There's a lot of qualifications to be an NCIC terminal. There you go. So State Police Post was our NCIC terminal. So where we as a satellite agency, we could contact the Kentucky State Police, which was where it was actually, that was their terminal. But now this is going to make us an actual terminal because we got a building that's able to do it. We had to get all of our dispatchers certain trainings, all of our officers certain trainings, everything like that. So this has been the first time that everything has came together enough to be a terminal ourselves.
So I take it this is pretty rare for Kentucky counties in eastern Kentucky to have this.
As far as surrounding counties, I think, I know Owsley County does it, Lee County probably does. I'm not sure if Estill County does or not. So it's not uncommon to be a satellite agency opposed to a actual terminal. Hope that helped.
Yeah, thank you.
Have you considered holding these meetings at a time when more people can attend rather than during the middle of the day?
Actually, we had talked about it before. We've had some meetings in the past, just like town hall style meetings, different for road, expected road closures and things like that. And we just really haven't had a big turnout. Most of the reason that we have them during this time of the day is all the agencies that we'd like to be represented are here in the building. So, I mean, it's something that can be discussed as far as that goes. Yeah.
I just think it would be beneficial to the community that would like to attend.
Yeah.
Who perhaps went outside of the county
Yeah.
for work.
Right. Thank you. All right, y'all are, oh, sorry.
Yeah, I do have something to say.
Yeah.
I think I'm here, just like most of my fellow Jackson Countyans, because I'm concerned
Yeah.
about this county. I think where we part ways in that concern is that, unlike most of the present companies, I'm not concerned about the conduct of this court. I'm not concerned about failed audits. It is an issue, but that seems to be a commonality among all the smaller counties. It's not unique to Jackson County. I'm concerned about the rallying call, I think, that brought everybody here today. There was an online fervor where people were saying things like, quote, "Be a part of what may be the beginning of the end of the system." Concerns about leadership is being quietly handed off behind closed doors. Use your imagination to think of why a government would want to do everything possible to keep the public out of these meetings. Failure or incompetence in office does not give anyone the right to pick and choose the county's future without voter input. This would fall on all of you as well. Imagine coming into a position with no power to change anything. This is what they want. Please come. Those reading this should contact every person running, period, and tell them that our very own fiscal court may screw us. There are even others stating that the former Republican chairperson was convicted of a crime, and there was absolutely no conviction. They also claim to have documents that attest to misdeeds, and when questioned, would not provide them, instead saying they're leveraged to make sure people do the right thing. These rallying calls end with, "This is not a threat, and we're just bringing daylight." To any one of us who attends these meetings, as engaged citizens, the notion that our officials are erecting some kind of deep state to control the future of this county, it's not just disingenuous, it's absolutely reprehensible. And it seems like there's some reluctance to stand by those words here
Excuse me,
today.
Dana Douglas was convicted.
He was not.
He did a deal. He made a
absolutely-
deal.
No, he didn't make a deal. There was a diversion order issued.
Google it.
There's no conviction.
Google it.
It's
So,
libelous to
just
say-
because somebody's convicted of something, they're all allowed to run
No,
for
what you're
office?
speaking
I
of
mean,
is
because you was convicted not long ago
Not
of reckless
conviction.
driving, or careless driving, is that right? And you're trying to run for office, is that right?
Excuse me?
Was you not just convicted of reckless driving or careless
No, I
driving?
was not.
You wasn't?
No.
Okay. I thought you had,
That's how rumors
I thought you had a court trial that you lost, but I might be
No,
wrong.
I didn't lose.
Okay. All right. I'll Google it.
I never lose.
I think you did, but we'll see.
It's relative to the EMS audit. Maybe I'm incorrect, but did they say that they had not been conducted in 10 years?
All that,
How does that, does
I
the
believe.
fiscal, how does that occur that we not do audits in 10 years?
You talking about EMS?
Yeah, the EMS.
Yeah, fiscal court doesn't really have nothing other than appoint board members to the EMS. That was the past board. I don't know if you read Brody's article. He's now on the board. He kind of explained all that now that they was behind 10 years, this new board had came, and hopefully that's changing too, as far as getting audits and getting them done. But I'm sure the EMS director probably has more insight on that.
Yeah, we were aware we were behind on audits. As soon as I came in as director, we realized that. And we contacted the state auditor's office before the report ever came out in the newspapers. So we had already taken steps to try to get audits caught up. It's just gonna be a process. So we've been in contact with them. We're still in contact with them. They've not got back to us on whether they can start or when they can start audits. But we are making efforts and steps to get those audits completed.
Because it is up to the state auditor if they choose to do those audits.
Yeah.
We request them to do those audits, but it's still up to them if they will accept us as a client. They don't have to accept it as a client.
I just,
Yeah.
I originally came from Owsley County. And
Yeah.
what I'm hearing here just seems to be more of the I don't know, just failing mentality, you know, we're not big enough to have NCIC, we're, you know, our audits, it just, I just wish we could do better, and I wish we had a better reputation. You know, as far as the house fire, has there been any investigation on that, the house fire in St. Gab?
Yeah, there's case detectives that.
I'm hearing some not,
That again,
I don't want to repeat it, because I mean, you know, but that just something to me in my gut, how all of the adults got out, none of the children got out. I don't know.
Like I said, we called in KSP detectives while we were there, and fire marshal, I think for 2 different fire marshals.
The Kentucky Fire Marshal's Office as well as Kentucky State Police arson investigators.
So all the proper steps have been taken to make sure that investigation is handled correctly.
I appreciate
What year
that.
did the county take over EMS?
They haven't.
The county didn't take it over, they was a, there
But
was
is it
a,
not a county entity?
it's a special purpose government entity.
their own
It's its own tax.
So you're not responsible for them in any way, shape, or
The
form?
only thing we do is appoint members to the
Who
board.
do they answer to?
Who do they answer to?
Yeah.
They answer to the Department of Local Government. That's why the Department of Local Government put the notice in the paper.
Well, that's great, but then how did all these audits fall through the cracks?
That was the previous.
What you're telling me is they're doing whatever they want,
Well, that board's all gone. It's been completely
but
replaced.
they should still be held accountable for
And-
what happened in those years.
Call the Department of Local Government.
When they have an audit performed, when they get those called up, if there's something to be held accountable for, they will be. That's a state.
It will disappear just like everything else, like it.
Who's on the board now?
We have Brody, we've got, what's her name, Bowman?
Sarah
Sarah
Bowman,
Bowman.
Brody, Shelby Bryant, Danielle,
Lynn McCaskey,
yeah, and then Elizabeth Boggs.
Elizabeth Boggs, yeah. Kind of broad, we took them from all areas of the county.
Yeah, I know most of the names now.
Yeah, yeah. All right, if y'all want to stay around and talk, it's fine. I think, now, somebody tell me when it is, there's gonna be a forum for the candidates. Is that set up yet? If it's not set up yet, Jerry, okay, when it gets set up, the information will be out in the papers, and you'll be able to hear questions structured to each candidate for respective office. That'll be a great thing. So we'll take the motion to adjourn, and the next fiscal court meeting will be February 12th at 1 o'clock.